Power Gladiators, my name is Mrs. Robinson and I'm the principal here at Power. The purpose of our video today is to acclimate you a little bit to our building. We know there are several of you that have never been in our building before, so before you walk in on the first day, we want you to have a chance to see what Power is all about. The second part of our video is to talk to you a little bit about our new COVID procedures for safety while you are at Power. So we hope you enjoy this video, and in just a second we're going to introduce you to Mr. Lovio as well. But before that happens, I just want to let you know that where I'm standing is right in front of the building. So for those of you that are bus riders, you will be dropped off right in front of the building at our main bus loop, and you will walk right in the front door.
Hi Power Gladiators, I'm Mr. Lovio, your assistant principal. That's Lovio, and we are so excited to have you at Power. I'm standing out here in the rear of the school building, that's out back, where if you're getting dropped off or picked up by your parents or family via car, this is where you go.
But as we know, before we walk into Power, make sure that you mask up, Gladiators. As Mr. Lovio demonstrated, whether you enter from the front of the building or the back of the building, every morning when you walk into Power, you will have to bring with you your filled out FPS COVID-19 health screening form. When you walk in, your completed form will be placed into the box at the front or back entrance. After that, if you are interested in breakfast, we will be providing breakfast for any interested student at Power. We will have a table in the front and the back entrance where you can pick up a brown bag and take it to your classroom, where you will have 5 minutes to eat once you get there. After the first week, we will be moving breakfast down to the cafeteria, and you can pick it up there if you are interested. Power, next we want to talk about some of our new COVID-19 protocols for when you come back to school in person. As you can see, Mr. Lovio and I are demonstrating approximately 6 feet of separation between us. That's what we're expecting from you in the hallways as well as in your classrooms. Now we know that you haven't seen your friends in a long time or your teachers, and you're going to be tempted to run up, give them hugs, give them high fives, do all those ways that we greet each other. We have to ask that you don't do that, but instead we've come up with a sort of cheesy alternative, right Mr. Lovio? Should we demonstrate?
Air high five.
Air high five. So when you see your friend, use your words, greet them like we know that you want to, and also we suggest the air high five.
Now you may be wondering though, what if somebody isn't following one of those new rules and is making you uncomfortable? Like if somebody is near you and their mask slips down below their nose? It's okay, just use some polite language to give them a reminder, like mask up please. Or if you're walking around and somebody's getting into your 6-foot bubble and is making you uncomfortable, one, you can just move and walk away, or if you need to, you can say bubble please to give them that polite reminder. But for the most part, we just want you to be courteous to one another, really be careful to follow all those protocols. But if somebody's really making you uncomfortable, just like anything else, you can always talk to any trusted adult or teacher and we will help you out.
And a couple last things, we're going to have hand sanitizer stations throughout the school and the hallways, as well as in every classroom. So every time you walk in, please take a little bit of sanitizer, and same thing when you walk out of a classroom. Some of the more specific protocols for the bathrooms and the cafeterias we'll go over in just a minute. This is our gymnasium located right inside the main entrance to Power. A couple things to know about that. If you have PE class for this semester, there will be no changing in the locker room. So on the days when you're in person, make sure that you are dressed appropriately for your classes. For our new bathroom policies, we are allowing 2 people in the bathroom at a time. So if you come up and you see there are already 2 people in there, we ask that you stand and wait on one of the yellow circles outside of the bathroom until somebody exits. Another precaution that we're taking at Power this year is to cover all of our water fountains so they will not be available for general use. We suggest that everybody bring a water bottle with them every day, and you are still free to use the bottle fillers throughout the day. Every Power student on the first day of school will be receiving a Power water bottle, but also feel free to bring your own.
All right, Power, let's talk about everybody's favorite, lunchtime. So you are of course welcome to bring your own lunch, and if you bring your lunch, you would just enter through the main doors to the cafeteria and go right to your seat. Where I'm standing right now is in front of the lunch line, where if you were getting a school lunch, one that you didn't bring from home, One thing that's a little bit different this year, any student that wants to get a lunch can, and it's free of charge. A little bit about what that lunch looks like. It will always be a cold brown bag lunch, some sort of sandwich or wrap with a fruit and vegetable, and you'll also be able to get milk if you want it. Again, there is no charge for any student that wants that. All you have to do is wait in the lunch line, 6 foot apart, social distancing. You'll go through the lunch line, pick up your brown bag, the cafeteria staff will tally that you took one, and then you'll go right to your seat. One thing you will become very familiar with at Power is your personal student shield. This is something that will be waiting for you each day in person in your first hour class. You'll take it around from class to class with you as part of our COVID protections, and you'll even bring it to lunch with you in the cafeteria. Right now I'm standing outside of the main entrance to the cafeteria. This is the entrance that you will use if you've brought your lunch with you to school. Let's take a look inside. As you can see, when you come into the cafeteria, you're going to bring your personal shields with you. You can sit wherever you'd like for that first week or so in the cafeteria, as long as you're sitting only 2 students per bench and staying socially distanced throughout. If you're buying or picking up school lunch, then you'll come in through that line and then get set up. If you brought your lunch, you can come straight in, take all your things organized, set up, and have a seat at that spot. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know where to sit? Well, really, again, you can choose anywhere you'd like to sit during that first week, but after about that first week, it's going to become your assigned seat for the rest of that semester. Now, once you're settled and you're in your seat, you're going to stay there throughout that entire lunch period. Even if you need to throw away trash, you can wait because we're going to bring around those trash cans to you. The only reason you should need to get up is to go to the restroom or something like that. Now, you might be wondering, what about recess? Well, we do have recess. During those last 10 minutes of recess, or 10 minutes of the lunch period, weather allowing, then you are allowed to go outside and play and enjoy our playground with your friends.
Located directly across from our cafeteria is our counseling office. If you need to see your counselor for any reason, this is where you will go to sign up and make an appointment. Remember that you can always email your counselors too, as many of you have been doing for this first semester. Also in our counseling office is Mr. Paget, our social worker, and this is the place to come if you're having any questions about your lockers or your schedule.
Located just around the corner from our main entrance is our main office. In here, you'll find our 2 main office secretaries, who are great if you have a question that your teacher can't answer. And you can make an appointment if you need to see myself or Mrs. Robinson. This is where the principal and assistant principal offices are as well.
Located on the 2nd floor, this is our media center. Students are able to come here to check out books, and for those of you that are staying remote for 2nd semester, we are still offering curbside pickup on Fridays.
When you come into school each day, you're going to go directly to your locker if you need to, and then right to class. Now you might be wondering, what can I bring with me? When can I use my locker? So I'm going to let you know about that now. Yes, you can use lockers, and if you're new to the school, don't worry, we are going to teach you again and again how to use those lockers and how to open those tricky locker combinations. So don't worry, we're going to help you with that. Now, when you can use the locker is when you first arrive at the beginning of the day before you head straight to that first class, and at the end of the day. The only exception there is if you have a large musical instrument that you're storing in your locker. You can get that for your band or orchestra class if you need to. Now you might be wondering, how do I carry all my stuff around then? Well, you get to use full-size backpacks if you need them, and carry anything else you want with you through the day, including a lunch if you brought it, an instrument if you want to, or anything else that you need for class, like your Chromebook. You want to make sure you're bringing that with you throughout the day. Now, in the hallways, another thing we want you to keep in mind is to always walk on the right-hand side. There's 2-way traffic in all of these hallways, so to help us keep social distancing, please make sure you're walking always on the right-hand side of the hallway.
When you enter your first hour class, your screen will be set up at your desk and ready. This is a pretty typical setup for what a classroom will look like. You'll see 2 desks put together. There are 2 desks for 1 student. You'll sit at one desk, and then you can put your backpack on the other desk or on the other chair. So every day you'll walk into your first hour class and sit, and when your lesson is over, you simply fold up your screen, and you will carry it with you throughout the day to your other classes. During 6th hour, you will leave your screen set up at the end of the day. It will be cleaned overnight, and the next morning starts all over again in your 1st hour class. Just a couple of last minute reminders as we close out our video here. 6th graders, we want to assure you that your first day here is going to be great. We know some of you are nervous, but our whole first day is designed to make you comfortable with the building, comfortable with lockers. Your teachers will help you find all of your classrooms, and we have everything designed to give you a stress-free day. But we do ask when you come in the morning, 6th graders, that you immediately head to the cafeteria, and from there we will be escorting you up to your 1st hour classes. We also will have, for our 6th graders, printed out schedules with a map on the back. For our 7th and 8th grade students, please make sure that you bring your printed schedule and that it also has your locker and locker combination on it, as you will be working on those during 1st hour on the 1st day. When you come in, 7th and 8th grade students, you will just head directly to your 1st hour classes.
Even as we return to in-person instruction, we want you to know, all those students who are staying remote, you are still such a very important part of our Power community. We are going to be engaged and connected with you, and you are still going to have an awesome semester as a remote student. And with that, thank you for watching this video. We're looking forward to seeing you soon, in person or virtually.
Thank you, Power.